let's talk about RIM month. April's RIM month.
April's RIM month.
So what are some ideas around RIM month within an organization?
Well, I think we should talk about what RIM month is.
Let's explain RIM month first.
Because I was really doing this research for a presentation, and I got really excited about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Being so involved in ARMA, I didn't realize. I knew ARMA had helped start RIM month, but when I was looking at it, back in 1995, ARMA International had an arm of the organization for going out and pitching this legislative laws and regulations and being involved. And so it started off as one day when they were looking for the Paperwork Reduction Act. And it was one day. They were out there and they were lobbying, and it's like, this is so great. And then in 1997, it turned in from a day to a week, so it was recognized. And then you fast forward to, I believe it was 2005, and then all of a sudden it was RIM month. Oh my gosh, you might have to check my dates, but I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. But it was really cool to look at that and understand it. And it really evolved into this internationally recognized month for people to help raise awareness about why it's important to manage information. For organizations, sometimes we kind of take a backseat. We're like, whatever, it's RIM month. Yeah. But for me, I use it as a catalyst. If I've got policy changes or process changes or a new system's coming online, if I wanted to do a cleanup day because it was my first event, RIM month is really an opportunity where it's whatever you're going to do, you do it there, and it's like, oh, we'll forgive them because it's RIM month kind of thing. So I like to use it as a catalyst for significant changes in the organization. I've done everything from, records cleanup days. I've done policy announcements. I've done liaison training inside of RIM month. So many different things that can be done with budget and without budget. And it really is an opportunity to do something fun and exciting. Yeah. And I think that the biggest takeaway is don't feel like you have to create something from scratch. Yep. Don't do that, because people have been doing this for years. And even back in the day, they had these cool little prints, and this is what really got me excited about RIM month. Way back when, they had these little printed things that you would just print on a printer, and you would wrap them on Hershey's bars, and they were looked like little dollars. And it was a conference, I think in DC. Like, what is that? And it was like RIM month, surprise! And they were passing out Hershey's to their organization, but they were showing how they did this. Something so simple like that, just a reminder. What is records management? Why is it important? Where can you find the policy? How can you contact me internally at an organization? Those types of ideas and things are so imperative to getting that brand out there and messaging that. What are the services that you provide? I think that RIM month has really evolved into something that we should just appreciate and not take for granted, but know that ARMA has a ton of content out there. They have logos for you. There's even a signature you can put at the bottom of your email. So explore it, Google search, do whatever it is that you do. Don't be afraid to tap into that. And it can be anything from something small to something heavy. I like to do a couple of touch points, at least 2 or 3. Here's what I'd like you to know. What is RIM month? Just even if it's your 3rd, 4th, 5th year doing it, it's a reminder. Why are we doing this? What's important about it? The myths that we talked about, going in and doing a Mythbusters during RIM month, I think is really fascinating. Yeah. But also, I love to connect it with people outside of the workplace. So we have personal records that we need to retain. How long do we keep those? And when you ask people, it's typically just, I keep my tax records for 7 years and I'm good. You're like, no. There's more than just tax records. We really need to start looking at what that is and educating people. I think that we, as records professionals, have a duty to educate people on what that is. Now, it's going to vary by state and by content, but I think that the more that we start to socialize, you should be managing your personal records just as well as you manage these other ones. I think that's where we find the sweet spot of what we do and how we can impact their lives personally and professionally.
And it goes back to that hook, getting your end users in. And when you provide something like that, that's really pretty straightforward and simple. But as we're going through that process during RIM month, being able to provide them a personal benefit of it is a huge hook for our users.